Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about how to hire a SEO agency. So there are a lot of different SEO agencies out there. It's nothing really new. So the question is, how do you really determine which SEO agency is the right fit for you? How do you know if they're actually good or not? So the first thing that I like to do, always, when it comes to hiring in any kind of respect, I'm always looking at referrals, right? Referrals are the first thing that, they're always, the quality of the leads that come in are always the best, right? Because these people have either, worked with these people or, they've established some kind of relationship beforehand. So I look for referrals first. Neil's given me a lot of great referrals, and I've given referrals to other people as well. But referrals are kind of the first line of defense, or first line of, I should say, offense too, because it helps you to, without having to do the legwork on your front, you're able to figure things out. So referrals first. And then the second thing I would also say is when you're looking at SEO agencies, you do want to look at the work that they've done too, especially on, if they're helping with link building. You do want to look at a list of, links that they've produced, right? What links are they used to showing? And they should show you kind of, domain authority of these links as well, just to give you an idea of the quality, right? You can see the articles that they're writing. You can see the sites that they're placing the links on and things like that. So that's the first two. Neil?
The next thing you should do when you're looking at an SEO agency is before you hire them, ask them specifically, what changes are they going to do to your website? Or even if they're not going to do the changes, they're just going to tell you what to do. Ask them, what changes are you guys going to recommend or make? If they can't show you examples of what they would fix and what's wrong, they may not have to tell you exactly like, hey, this is how you fix it, because some may not be willing to do that. I personally don't care. I would just tell you all of it. But I would just ask them, hey, what's wrong? Why do you think it's wrong? And how much traffic growth could we get? Because if they've been doing SEO long enough, they'll know that when they make certain changes that they can either move you X amount of positions or pages. They may not be able to guarantee number one positioning, but they should be able to give you a rough idea of what they can increase and how much by.
All right. And the other thing I would ask is, what is your SEO process, right? I want to know how they go about doing it, right? Do they have like a network of links? Like, are they doing, manual outreach? Because each agency is different, right? Some people are really good at the manual outreach portion. Some people, they already have, pre-existing relationships with a lot of publishers out there. I want to know, like, what's the process? Do they send us a questionnaire first? And then what happens afterwards? Do they do keyword research? And then do we give them URLs? Do they give us URLs? I want to know the entire process just to make sure that it's kosher with what we're doing too. And at the same time, I also want to know what's going to be delivered, right? What are the deliverables? Are we going to get a monthly link report as well? And what KPIs are we going for? If they're saying the KPIs are going to be, and this is a red flag, if they say, oh, the KPIs are going to be, we are going to be focused on rankings, I don't like that, because it's really easy to rank for, really crappy keywords that have low volume and just say they got you to number one for it. When in reality, you're really supposed to be looking at organic traffic. You're supposed to be looking at organic traffic, number one, and your organic conversion is number two. You look at those two. You can look at other kind of, secondary metrics, such as your, looking at domain authority, and then you can look at, new links coming in from reports and things like that. But, ultimately at the end of the day, I care about, what's closest to the bottom line. So I want to know that they're also in agreement there. Otherwise, if we don't have that alignment from the get-go, we're going to have problems down the road.
Yeah, another thing that I would look at when you're dealing with SEO agencies is ask them, what are they really good at? An SEO agency is not the best at everything. What I mean by this is some people are really good on-page SEOs. Some people are really good at link building, right? Some people are really good at figuring out what type of content you should be writing on to get the most amount of rankings. You have to figure out what their specialty is. For example, you may look at me and be like, oh, Neil's really good at everything SEO related. Well, my biggest skill set in SEO is link building more than anything else. That's what I shine at, right? So you got to figure out what someone's the best at and ideally only use them for that.
Love it. And then the other thing I would also ask, this is kind of, it's not a major question, but I do want to know, what kind of tools they're using internally, right? If they say they don't use tools, whatever, I think that's actually a disadvantage given the tools that are out there in the SEO space right now. So tools like Ahrefs out there, There's tools like keywordtool.io. There's, competitive analysis tools as well. I always talk about SEMrush, how I love that tool. So I'm just interested, what's in their tool set. And also I want to know, how are they going to, if they're going to do like a technical audit, what's the process behind that too, right? Are they going to use like a screaming frog, crawl everything and give us recommendations? Or are they just going to, use some crappy tool and then, give us like a free report of like 2 to 3 pages or whatever, and then just say, okay, we're going to charge you $10,000 for this. So that's one thing to look out for. And then also always, when you're hiring people, you want to check references too, right? Ideally, you're going to the first 3 references that they give you. You're digging really deep there. But I almost always like to ask afterwards, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this SEO agency versus others? In some cases, they might not have worked with other agencies. In that scenario, I might just say, okay, well, can you give me like another reference that might be somebody to talk to regarding this agency? And it's really the secondary references that will give you kind of the real lowdown, because the first level, these people they might be prepared that you're coming in and they might be friends with the agency. So I always like going to the second level.
One thing I like doing is you can look at references and stuff. I just ask them, show me what rankings or what results you've gotten for your own websites. I want to see the traffic, the stats, not client sites, but your own website. If you're an SEO agency and you don't even have any search traffic yourself, something's wrong.
That one's interesting because when there's some of these SEO agencies that we work with, they don't rank well for a lot of stuff, and oftentimes it's people like you and me referring the business to them. Whereas like if you look at us, I mean, we rank well organically for a lot of different keywords. You rank well for a lot of different organic keywords. But our sole focus is not on link building. I don't know. I mean, sometimes when I also look at SEO agencies, you Google that, it's a lot of like spammy, crappy SEO agencies that have kind of been grandfathered in by Google. So that's food for thought.
Yeah, but if they can rank their own website, there's a higher chance that they'll rank you. If they can't even rank their own website, then you can't expect much from them.
Yep. So food for thought there. Cool. So that's it for today's episode of Marketing School. We'll see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.